In the last video, we saw how easy it was to run tcrdist3 from within a Docker container. In this video, we'll address a related issue, which is how do we make data accessible within the container? And this is best illustrated with a concrete example. So on our host machine, we have a folder called My Data, which contains a CSV file called Some Data. The way we're going to make it accessible to processes that are ongoing within a container is by mounting volumes, and we can do this with the v flag. So what we do is we relate the folder My Data on our host machine to a folder which we can call anything we want. For instance, My Data is Your Data in the container. And so when we run the container, we see that there is now a folder called Your Data, and within Your Data is the input file. And so for instance, if we were to use that in the simplest of tcrdist examples, where instead of using the -csv input, we use some data, we produce pairwise distances in the form of a NumPy array, which if we wanted to save them perhaps as a CSV, we could save them back to that folder, Your Data. So still within the container, we can see that the Your Data folder contains both the input and the output. And if we exit the container, we're now back on our host machine. And if we look inside of the My Data folder, you see that that output is there. Notably, everything else that was produced within the container does not persist once the container is shut down.